How's it, guys? Time for another Modern Horizons 3 crack. Colossal Dreadmask. Meme of Colossal Dreadmaw, 6 mana. So, 4 green green, artifact equipment, living weapon, which integrates a 0/0 black Phyrexian germ. A creature gets +6/6 in trample, equipped for 5. Well, for 3 green green. Colossal Dreadmaw meme. Okay. Solstice Zealot, 2 and a white. Creature Rhino Cleric, 2/3. When Solstice Zealot enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Tap, pay an energy, tap a creature. Not bad. I mean, I know there was like a Boros tap deck at one point going around with the Ixalan cards. Could go in something like that, I guess. And it's Cleric, if you want to do that one Cleric deck. Sarpedium Simulacrum, it's red. Artifact Creature Goblin, 1/1 haste for 3 and a red. Sack this creature. It deals 4 damage to target creature. This is just a menace of a card. The fact that it's 1/1 haste is great. You know, turn 1 play, put some pressure on immediately. Goblins, so obviously it goes in the Goblins deck. And the fact that later on you can sack it for 4 and kill a creature possibly is pretty damn good. Unfathomable Truths is 4 and a blue. It's an instant, devoid. I love the artwork in the back of this. Draw 3 cards and create a 0/1 Eldrazi spawn. So, not bad. I mean, you know, for 5 mana, draw 3 cards and create a spawn. It's not terrible. I can see this going in Simic, Mono Blue, any of those, you know, archetypes where we're tapping down creatures, putting stun counters on them, you know, getting value over time, etc., etc. Okay, Retrofitted Transmogrant. It's a black artifact creature zombie, 1/1, 3 and a black. Return Retrofitted Transmogrant from the graveyard to the battlefield, tapped with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. So again, zombies, sacking, etc. We've talked about this card before. It's a pretty decent card. Evolution Witness, we've also spoken about before. 2 and a green, creature, Elf Shaman Mutant. 2/1. 1 and a green, adapt 2, which means put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever 1 or more +1 counters are put on this creature, return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Like I spoke about before, this is fantastic. Toolbox card. If you need land and you got lands in your graveyard from cycling, like those cycle lands that are in the set, great way to ramp on that. If you've got your bomb in the graveyard, great way to get it back out again. You know, fantastic creature. The Grixis Cycle Land. Glaring Freshraker. Ooh, this is a good pull. 2 and a colorless. Green, Eldrazi Drone. 2/2. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token with sack this creature, add colorless. Whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under your control, this guy deals 1 damage to each creature, each opponent. So the thing that's great about this is the first one triggers the second one. So you cast any colorless spell, Null Blast, whatever, you know, Soul Ring. Play a Soul Ring. You create a 0/1, so you basically play a Soul Ring for 3 mana, which is fantastic. And then, you know, when a colorless creature, which is that 0/1, enters the battlefield, you deal 1 damage to each opponent. So adding this to any of those decks that are pinging, like Rakdos or, you know, any of the guys that are doing pings for 1, you could amplify that ping. The fact that it's ramping you every time you play a color spell is also fantastic. If you want to play a bunch of eggs and then, you know, play an Eldrazi on turn 1 or something, that's doable with this card. Yeah, fantastic card. Urza's Cave. Nice, we're getting caves. Land, Urza's Cave. Tap, add a colorless. 3, tap, sack this cave. Search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. This is a great way to be getting out things like Thespian Stage or Dark Depths or any of these lands that are really, really good. I like land tutors, and we don't see them that often. So, well, land tutors for non-basics. But yes, great card. Nice, we get the Golgari tap land. It's either a black or a green, Revitalizing Repast, instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, gains indestructible to end of turn. This effect is quite common in green, but not that common in black, so I love to see it. And as I said, the back enters tapped. It's basically Golgari Guildgate. Angel of Ruins, 5 white. Artifact Creature Angel. It's a 5/7 with flying. Looks like it comes from the Commander 2016 precon. Is that what that's from? Quite cool. Anyway, flying. When Angel of Ruins enters the battlefield, exile up to 2 target artifacts and/or enchantments, and plane cycling for 2. Which means 2, discard this card, search your library for planes, reveal it, put it on into your hand, then shuffle. The nice thing is it's not a basic planes card, so you could search for Fetchland, for example. But yes, the fact that this exiles artifacts and enchantments, not fantastic. I mean, this is one of those effects you might want to bounce. You might want to bounce repeatedly. So, if you're doing treasures or people's soul rings or whatever, it is nice for sagas or, any other enchantments, honestly, but sagas is probably quite a big one. Things like hardened scales, any of those annoying enchantments that people get around. But 7 mana makes this a little bit pricey for my taste. Hey, we got the Necrobloom. So, Necrobloom is 1 white, black, green. Legendary creature plant, 2/7, which means it goes great in the Abzan Defenders deck, because obviously Abzan Defenders deck commander is you attack with your toughness rather than your power. So this is technically a 4 mana 7/7, which I appreciate. It's got landfall. When a land enters the battlefield in your control, you create a 0/1 green plant creature token. If you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token instead. Land cards in your graveyard have dredge too. So this card is fantastic when it comes to dredging, obviously, because every turn, instead of drawing a card, you put 2 cards in your graveyard and get a land back. Playing lands every single turn, you just sit there with your massive blocker commander, creating all these little annoying 0/1s, and then eventually a bunch of 2/2s. And obviously, with white, you've got all the token doubling, etc., like Anointed Procession. With black, you've got your sack outlets. With Orzhovs, you've got your drain. I mean, Golgari, we've got our bring back from the graveyard, etc., etc. Green ramp, so lots of lands. Land tutoring going on. I mean, Field of the Dead, etc. This is a fantastic commander. Hey, we get a nice foil Wasescape Battle Mage, which we've seen before. And a Full Art Island. I appreciate the fact that we got a little Kozilek in the background there. Pretty cool stuff. And we got the Eldrazi Spawn.